Hello and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Joshua Miner coming to you with a video, and I would like to dub as the first, what I like to call Musical Wonders Corner, where I will discuss certain things, that would help a musician in any setting, whether it be practicing, church, concerts, anything, just topics to discuss, to help out fellow musicians. So for this Musical Wonders Corner, I'm going to mainly just talk on playing in service. Just a few key things that you would think would be well known and already known by most musicians that play in church, but a lot of times it is not, and it can be seen clearly if you pay attention. So let's dive right in to the topics. Okay, our first topic would be flowing in the service. And what I mean by flowing in the service is just doing your part, which is help ushering in the people so they are ready, and primed, so to speak, when the word is going to be delivered. That is the main purpose of music, because music is very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? It can be a great influence. So you want to be weary and know your part when it comes to playing in the church. You don't want to be that guy or that girl that is just mainly to show off and to show out and to try to draw all the attention, because if you do that, then you run the risk of it messing with people and putting them where they need to be, because then they'll just hear the music and wonder why the music is so either sporadic or crazy, or just don't seem like it fits. I'm sure many of y'all have been in situations or in churches where you hear a musician, and nothing against musicians, but it just something feels off with what they're doing, and it's like they don't care. So you really have to be careful with that. And if you feel that it's going to be a rough day, pray and just ask God to give you, a calm sense, a calm state, basically put you in your place so that you don't mess up anybody else's open door, so to speak. And now, as far as flowing in the service, I know a lot of churches, we let the Spirit take over when it comes through. And during this, musicians will play certain songs or one song or just even soft music. And I'm sure some of y'all wonder, okay, what do I play during this? I don't know exactly what song to play. And really, you don't want to overthink it. Of course, you want to keep your mind open to what God might plant in your mind during that time. But you could take key things that if somebody is ministering in the pulpit or on the floor or whatnot, if they're talking or anything, you can take what they are prophesying or ministering about and take key words, and then you can find songs that will match up those words. Like, for instance, if there's somebody is talking heavily on Jesus and how he could be a healer. Okay, there's Jesus. If you want to just hit on Jesus, there's a song, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You can use that because it has that and it has healer in it. Let's see, Jesus and healer. Let's see. You could do Jesus keeping to the cross. You can even do Our God is an Awesome God. Just certain things that is just like a key search when you search for something online or Google or YouTube. There's always the keywords, and then they're related keywords. So it's like you have the main keyword, and just think of other things. Think of other songs that could relate to what is being filled through the Spirit. And a lot of times you do not even have to play an actual song. Because I feel, this is just my personal belief, sometimes the singing of the people, the words do not need to be a part of when the Spirit is flowing through. Sometimes just a soft melody will really do more of an impact than the words. Like for instance, like I said, you know, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Most people know that, and you play that with whatever key. And that's another thing with keys. Don't stay constricted to how a song is played in its original key. You can change it around. You are a musician. You flow. You know, it is one thing to learn it in its original key and then learn from there. So I'm just gonna do it in E flat. Well, no, D flat. So, you know, people will start singing, they know it, and it's good. It's you know, it works. And like I said, it will help create the atmosphere. But then also, if you just play soft music, and if you don't know, just take something simple. Sometimes simple is the best way to go. Simple. Just soft and smooth. You know, it could be anything. You could just go from the 1 to the 4. You can do whatever you feel within your spirit as well. So when it comes to flowing, like I've stated, keep an open mind. You know, keep your mind open and clear. Listen for cues of somebody speaking, that you can pull songs out of what they are ministering about. And usually when that happens, it really helps, because you get on one page with them, and you both are on one accord with God. And just sometimes you don't have to play actual songs, just play little melodies, because then it actually ministers to you as well. And lastly, is just something for backing up the preacher, the evangelist, the minister, whoever. It's not a game of how much attention can you pull from the people by what you're doing. You know, a lot of people, musicians, I don't get it. I've heard it a few times. Luckily, I have not seen too much of it lately around here. But they'll be just, I mean, they'll back up the preacher. I mean, organ, piano, what have you. I mean, and they'll be doing some tight stuff. But then they're starting to overpower the preacher, not only in volume, but then while he's preaching, you know, climbing that mountain. I mean, they just going crazy, doing a whole bunch of stuff. And so and you can tell when a preacher get annoyed, because it takes away from the word. So we're backing up a preacher, especially with volume. You want to be a step below them, because okay, like right now I'm speaking my regular tone voice. You can still hear me, but you can still hear the music. You know, it's a good sync. Now, if I were to up the volume, of the instrument, okay, now you barely hear me. And it's crazy. And I can raise my voice, but then it's a strain for me to raise my voice, and then the instrument is just gonna get louder and louder. So that doesn't help. So you want to be a step below. Because not only do you enjoy backing up a preacher, most likely, if you're on key and on tune with the preacher, they like it too. That'll help rev them and keep them going. They'll enjoy it. And also, still, I'm old fashioned. You want to hit during the breaks where the preacher catches their breath. You know, they preach at the Lord said, "Come unto me." You want to catch their, their in-betweens, and then little riffs also in between, as well as you can do some small riffs that are light while they're speaking, and not too loud either. So while they're in between, and it helps keep that, it's a rhythm. And also by doing that, you'll stay in tune with the preacher as well. Instead of going off on your own tangent, you want to stay in tune with who's preaching. So when you hit in between, some hits he or she might come early, or it might be wild for you to do a hit, but you'll know because you're feeling them and you're getting in sync with them. So that's what it's all about. Just like God say, we have to be on one accord, one mind, all come together. Same thing when it comes to the music. But a lot of our musicians, young, middle-aged, and old, it's not just the young cats that are coming up, but a lot of us still have that selfish mentality. But it's not about that. You can reach more by letting go of that. So that is all I want to do for this very first Musical Wonders Corner. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you got something out of it. Share it with everybody. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, I have a Patreon page. Become a Patreon so I can continue to do this and give y'all some good stuff. So take care. And yes, this is the last video. It's been a while since I've done videos. My wife and I, we moved, and this is my little area right in here. Of course, you can see the water heater back here, but you got to do what you got to do. But anyway, be blessed. Send me your comments, emails, comments down here. And just enjoy your day. Practice, practice, practice. Like I've said a while ago, keep striking those keys. Keep your mind open. And always seek God. All right? Be blessed.